Hi everyone and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide, bringing you the latest theme park and attraction news from all around the world. Firstly, I'd just like to wish you all a very happy new year. This is it, we're in 2025 and we're so excited for everything coming up this year, including all the new different rides, attractions and theme parks that are going to be opening this year. That does include a brand new theme park called Six Flags Qiddiya City in Saudi Arabia that's going to be home to the world's tallest, fastest and longest roller coaster, Falcon's Flight. It's been a few years now since this was first announced and we've been closely following the construction and getting really excited about this ride. And 2025 is going to be the year when we're going to get to experience Falcon's Flight, this record-breaking ride that honestly so many people thought wasn't going to get built. And even I had my doubts at the start. And then we started to see construction a couple of years ago, all that groundwork that was being cleared to create Qiddiya City, this massive new theme park resort, and there's going to be an F1 track there and all sorts of other things that are going to come together to create this big new major theme park. The thing that of course many people have been the most excited for, myself included, is Falcon's Flight, this record-breaking ride. It was a year and a half ago now when we first saw the trains revealed at IAPA. Along with that as well, they shared more details. We saw like a more detailed layout and the plans for this ride because who remembers that first animation a few years ago now, and we all thought there's no way that's going to get built, like, you know, it looks crazy. Obviously that was just kind of them showing that you know, what they're going to do, a bit of a concept if you like, not like the detailed realistic plans. And then we found out that Intamin were going to be working on this project, and that for me is what's kind of sealed the deal, and we knew this was going to happen. As soon as Intamin were confirmed to be the supplier of this ride and they kind of put their name out there and showing this ride, and Intamin have been actively sharing construction photos and updates, a lot of them you're going to be seeing throughout this video. That's for me when I thought that, you know, this is definitely going to happen now. Intamin have put their name on this, and here we are, like, track's complete, trains are going over there now, testing should be starting imminently, and that is really, really excited for what is going to be the world's tallest, fastest and longest roller coaster. This is actually the first ever Exacoaster. The name was actually come up with by the team at Intamin, meaning that the coaster that goes over 600 feet is up into the air, which is amazing, over 600 foot tall, but it's actually going to drop off the side of a cliff, which is going to be incredible, over a 600 foot drop. There's going to be the 530 foot tall camelback that's now complete, and that looks insane. There's been all sorts of pictures and videos shared of this, and it looks nuts, doesn't it? The size of this camelback is insane. I can't wait to go there and see it in person. Top speed of 155 miles per hour, almost 6 miles an hour faster than the current fastest coaster in the world, of course, which is Formula Rossa at Ferrari World Abu Dhabi. So it's going to be beating that. Of course, it's beating Steel Dragon 2000, which is the current longest in Japan. We did that last year. Feels weird saying last year now. And yeah, of course, Kingda Ka was the tallest roller coaster in the world, and yeah, this is going to be topping that. But obviously we all know what's happening to Kingda Ka in a few weeks. It's been well toppled over, which is really sad. But this is it. This is the new king that's going to be in town. It's Falcon's Flight, the tallest, fastest, and longest coaster anywhere in the world. So I can't wait for this ride. I think it looks absolutely insane. I think some of the highlights are, of course, going to be that ginormous kind of camelback. That looks amazing. Just the feeling that you're going to get going over the top of there at 530 foot tall is amazing. Like, that's going to be a brilliant experience. And then, of course, actually dropping over 600 feet off the side of a cliff. We're never going to have felt anything like that on a coaster before. You know, you're going to come off around that top section and drop down. It's going to be amazing. Bear in mind, you're going to be launched up to the top of there as well. But then you've got all the little moments of airtime. There's like and little turns and twists and drops. I think it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be one of the best roller coasters anywhere in the world. And I can't believe that this is the year when we're going to get to go and ride this beauty. Like, I really can't wait for it. So Falcon's Flight, looking awesome. It's built. Testing is going to be starting imminently. This is it. It's happening and it's opening this year. I can't believe it. Like, you know, a few years ago, there were so many people who thought this is never going to happen. And if you look at the comments on a video, the first ever video I did of this a few years ago, a lot of people were like, yeah, this is never going to happen. We're never going to see it built. Well, here we are. It's real. It's opening. Intamin have built it. And I cannot wait for this. I think it's going to be one of the big highlights of 2025. Now, it's not just Falcon's Flight, though. You have got the whole new resort, the whole new theme park that's going to be opening up. And there's been a lot of talk about Falcon's Flight. So I just wanted to share a few more facts and figures and stats stats about some of the other rides and attractions that are going to be opening as part of Six Flags Qiddiya City. And that's the thing, Qiddiya City is going to be this whole complex. There's going to be shopping, dining, things outside the theme park. And in a few years' time, the F1 track's going to open there as well. So it's really a massive expansion that we're seeing here with this. Now, it's actually going to open with 7 other coasters as well. So 8 in total, including Falcon's flight, in 6 themed lands. And that's what we're seeing here, which I'm really happy with. We're seeing it themed. Now, obviously, Six Flags isn't really known for the theming, and that's just why I wanted to get this in there. This park isn't owned by Six Flags. They're basically licensing the Six Flags name, and that's why we're seeing familiar names and things for some of the rides, but also with the theming that they're going to be bringing in there, it's going to be completely different to any of the Six Flags parks you see over in the States. It's going to be this very immersive themed world that they are creating here, which I cannot wait for. So yeah, 6 themed lands, 8 roller coasters in total, and 7 other coasters we're looking forward to. Iron Rattler looks like it's going to be a fantastic ride. The world's tallest tilt coaster. The train looks gorgeous for this. The actual scenery around the ride looks like it's going to be great. Never done a tilt coaster. We'll be getting on 2 of them this year, because obviously we've got that, and hopefully we'll get out to Cedar Point for Siren's Curse. I'm intending to, so that would be fantastic to get on that as well. But yeah, certainly looking forward to Iron Rattler, the world's tallest tilt coaster with excellent theming too, by the looks of it. Spitfire is a ride that, hasn't been talked about that much, but this is a triple launch coaster that's actually going to feature the tallest inversion on any coaster in the world. So this looks fantastic. It's going to be a big ride. And again, this looks huge on the skyline. In any other park, this would tower over anything. But when you've got this, and then you've got Falcon's flight right next to it with its 530-foot tall camelback, then wow, even this looks quite small. But still, I still think this is going to be a fantastic ride. Spitfire, the triple launch coaster. You got Colossus, which is a GCI wooden coaster going in there. There's a water coaster and family coasters going in there too, along with a variety of other rides, dark rides, flat rides, all in these 16 lands, which are going to be absolutely fantastic by the looks of it. Some other record holders, Sirocco, the world's tallest freestanding tower ride, that's going to be part of the park. And also you got Gyrospin as well, the world's tallest pendulum ride, which is going to be in this park too. All in all, I think it's going to be fantastic. I love a good ground up park. Obviously, we've done all the parks like over in Dubai and the United Emirates, and them parks are fantastic. The ground up parks, and they often don't get that busy, but that's where the money is now. The money is in like the Middle East and Asia. That's where we're seeing so much money being invested in attractions and theme parks now. Look at China. The expansion over the past kind of 5 years for theme parks there has been incredible, and this is where a lot of the big money and exciting things is now. And anyone that's been to the parks in Dubai and the UAE in general, Abu Dhabi, will know that there's some amazing parks and rides out there, but they just don't get the attendance, which is a real shame. But of course, the well-operated parks, the rides are open and maintained beautifully, and I'm sure it'll be the case with this. It'll be looked after for years to come, and people will travel there and ride it. I don't think it's going to turn into a massive popular tourist destination straight away, but I think in the long term, we're going to see this area turn into this massive deal, especially with the F1 going in there as well. F1's a huge sport, isn't it? And the fact that putting the F1 track in there is going to be a big deal too. But for me, Falcon's flight, I'm so excited for it. I've been waiting for it for a few years now. And the fact that this thing is real and it's going to be opening, we'll definitely be going out there. I'll probably go for a few days, even though the part you probably just do for one day. Go for a few days and just hammer it out and get some rides in on it. Try everything else out there, Spitfire, the triple launch coaster, Iron Rattler, Colossus, the other rides, and just see what the park's going to be like. I do love a ground up park. Sometimes they can feel a bit kind of soulless at first when they open up, but they kind of grow over time. And I've seen that with the parks in the UAE. When I first went, a lot of the parks haven't really grown the landscaping and stuff yet, and now they're looking a lot more settled in, which is fantastic. And I'm sure the same will happen with Six Flags Qiddiya City as well. Out there in the desert, the world's tallest, fastest and longest coaster, Falcon's flight. So excited for it, and I know many other people that are too. I know there's a few people that are skeptical about going to ride it, and that's perfectly fine. It's entirely up to you as an individual if you want to go and ride this coaster and go and visit or not. But I certainly will be. I can't wait for it, and we're going to be covering it here on Theme Park Worldwide throughout 2025. Thanks so much for joining me here on the channel as always. Once again, Happy New Year to each and every one of you. Lots of exciting exciting things coming up. We've got a trip out in the next few weeks, but before that, going to be updating like top 10 coasters finally, and lots of other top 10 countdowns and that sort of thing too. Also going to be counting down some of the big new things opening this year and so much more too. But thanks for joining us here on Theme Park Worldwide. If you enjoy our content, be sure to give the video a big thumbs up because it really helps up the channel. We really do appreciate that. Subscribe and of course turn them notifications on to be notified when we upload a new video. That leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you in the next video.